In today's video, I will introduce a very useful application in graphing calculator called Polysimultaneous 2. So basically, you go to the application button. Mine is really advanced. That's why I have so many applications. But normally in your graphing calculator, you have just a few, maybe 5 or 6. So it's easy for you to find this Polysimultaneous 2 application. Yeah, I find here. Polysimultaneous 2 application. How to use this application? This application, you can solve any polynomials. You can find the zeros or roots of polynomials easily by using polyroot finder. Let's explore this application. So I put the enter. Now you could say order of a polynomial. Basically, they ask you, is it a linear equation or it's a quadratic function or cubic function, and so on. The second row is ask you for your roots. Is it in the real number system or it could be complex number system? For the complex number system, do you want your complex number in, this is the one means exponential form. Then the rest of this is about your form of the solutions. I normally put this one is into the complex system because maybe sometimes you need a complex number as your solution. And here's the one for the decimal or fraction, it depends. If I want the accurate answer, maybe I need a fraction. So let's go to the normal. And then let's go to next. Let's practice some questions. So suppose A2 equals 2, A1 equals 3, and A0 equals 1. Then you go to solve. Here's a solve. Then they give you your solution as a fraction form, if there is a fraction. Let's solve another quadratic equation with complex solutions. So I go to next. Here I will change A0, the constant, as 2. Then I go to solve. You could say you will get complex solutions. The imaginary part, this is an irrational number. Let's do some examples. For number 1, let f of x equals this. X is a real number system. Find all zeros of f of x. Now in the manual of a polyroot finder, I will put the order of a polynomial is 4. And I need a complex number system. I need the decimals for my solutions. Then I go to next. You will put in, this is a 1. And A3 will be 3. And A2 will be negative 8. Then you have a negative 2. Then you will have the constant number will be 5. Then I go to solve. So press this graph button, that is solve. Then you could see all the solutions they give to you. So it's much easier than using the graph to find all zeros. Let's go to the second example. Solve these polynomial equations. If you want to use a polyroot finder, you have to make sure it's equal to 0. Therefore, before you put it into graphing calculator, you have to change it into equal 0 form. We move 8x squared and a negative x to the left side. Remember, you have to change the sign. So you have a negative 8x squared and a plus x equal to 0. Then for this time, the order of a polynomial will be 5. Then you don't have to change the rest of that. We go to next. So basically, I will press this graph button. Then you will put the 1 to 0 because we don't have x to the third power for the polynomial. And we don't have a constant number. Therefore, you have to put this a0 will be 0. Then I go to solve. Now you could see all the solutions. For how many solutions you have of a polynomial function based on the order of the polynomial function. The highest exponent is 5. You are supposed to get the 5 solutions in the complex system. So for the x1, you could say this is a complex solutions. As we know, the solution of complex numbers of polynomials, they are conjugate to each other. For irrational solutions of a polynomial function, they are conjugate to each other too.